Whether it's a cell phone or a computer, nowadays we are all spending more time on screens than ever before.
So how much screen time is too much, especially for our kids? 2 News reporter Jordan Bowen is digging deeper, is talking with both a local family and the experts about what parents need to know about these things because they are everywhere these days.
That's right. For some kids, excessive screen time can create obsessive and unhealthy habits, leading some parents to set limits on their child's daily screen time. We sat down with an expert to ask about the impact and also sat down with a local family who put some of those limits in place. Bright lights, eyes glued to the screen, fixated on the sights and sounds.
They would come home and just gravitate right to it.
Jessica Davis and her 3 children, 3-year-old David, 6-year-old Damon, and 8-year-old Danica.
Mostly I like playing games on my Kindle.
Danica and her brother Damon both have Kindles they use to read, watch movies, and play games. It was something they got for Christmas, but over time their mom noticed it started coming first before anything else.
We noticed that the kids were just coming home, throwing their backpacks down and just going and plopping down. We're like, okay, we can't keep this going on.
So with him, I absolutely.
Dr. Melissa King at Dayton Children's Hospital sees the issue firsthand.
They become very attached to them, to where it's almost an obsessive thought for them.
Excessive screen time, she says, can have a major impact on a child's focus and daily function.
They're not getting out being physically active, they're not getting involved in as many different activities because that screen time is taking away from that. Their ability to handle conflict, their ability for peer interaction and conflict resolution gets impaired.
That's why she encourages her parents to set limits, and that's exactly what Davis did.
We started putting some rules down, like, okay, before you can get onto your screen, you have to read us a book.
Limiting her children's screen time to no more than 1 hour a day, and only after dinner and after homework.
I said those were horrible directions.
You weren't very happy about that?
No.
It took some time, but eventually, Danica and her siblings came around.
A couple of days later, I actually thought that it was a good idea.
For kids 0 to 2, Dr. King recommends they have no screen time. For kids 2 to 17, she says no more than 2 hours per day. She says the same goes for adults, not including screen time at work.
It's been working a lot better.
Davis says now the family spends less time apart on their screens and more time together. And if the weather is nice, she says her kids aren't allowed any screen time for the day.
It's a lot smoother, and they're happy with it. We're happy with it.
And I got to commend those kids. They were not very happy about those limits you saw in the piece, but it only took them a day or so. They came around. They're pretty happy about it. The family says they're doing good with it now. I think now it's up to us to kind of follow suit with that 2-hour limit. No more than 2 hours is what the doctor recommends per day.
Well, and the other thing is what time of day, because we know there's a lot of research out there. If you're on the screen right before bedtime,
your brain
thinks it's daytime, and you wonder why you can't sleep. Here you go.
It's not just the kids.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, how does your family do when it comes to screen time? Head to WDTN.com and click on As Seen on 2 News because we have posted a quiz there so you can find out how your family's doing in this regard.